Aloha, I'm Isaac Keith Martinez, and welcome to the season finale of Season 1 of Isaac's Haunted Bed. In our last video, I gave you 7 horror titles currently streaming on Netflix that I thought was worth your time. And now, kids, here is video number 2, where I give you 7 more titles currently streaming on Netflix that I definitely think is worth checking out. Number 1, from Troma, Lloyd Kaufman's Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Now, you may have heard of, and you probably saw, Night of the Living Dead. That's a classic, right? A bunch of people get trapped in a house, zombies are approaching the house, will they survive the night? It's kind of like that, except instead of being stuck in a house, they're stuck in a fried chicken restaurant in New Jersey. And instead of zombies, it's chicken zombies! Enough said, right? No, I got one more thing to add. It's a musical! Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Number 2, Lair of the White Worm, starring Hugh Grant. This is a film from the 1980s. It is a film where the bad guy is this snake-like vampiric priestess. It's a film by Ken Russell, so if you're familiar with the name, you know that this movie's got a little bit of psychedelia in it. It's very weird, kind of artsy, very cool. I definitely recommend Lair of the White Worm. Number 3, Satan's Little Helper. Don't you love that title, Satan's Little Helper? Instead of Santa's Little Helper, or Santos El Helper for you Simpsons fans, it's Satan's Little Helper. This is a movie from around 10 years ago. It's about a little boy who loves the devil. Is this little boy Marilyn Manson? No, it's not. It's a little boy who has a video game where the main character in the game is the devil. And the devil goes around collecting souls. And Halloween comes around, and he meets a guy in a devil mask who gets this naive little boy to join him on a day and night of satanic shenanigans. And it's a black comedy, and it's very cool. I definitely recommend that you check out Satan's Little Helper. Number 4, The Skeleton Key, starring Kate Hudson. This is a film about a hospice worker. If you don't know what that is, it's like a nurse for elderly people who are kind of, dying. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what's happening. And it takes place in New Orleans. And it's in a big, gothic-looking mansion. And this may or may not be a haunted house. And because it's in New Orleans, as you may have guessed it, hoodoo is involved. Wait a minute, did I mean to say voodoo? No, hoodoo. This is a movie that explains to you the difference between voodoo and hoodoo, and they're both fascinating. And this is a very, very chilling tale. It's rated PG-13. PG-13? Ugh! No, don't say that, kids. PG-13 just means that it's not graphically violent. It's still got violence, and it's still creepy, and it's still a great tale. But it's not overly gory. Check out The Skeleton Key. I think it would be definitely worth your time. Okay, number 5! Number 5 is a Swedish film. And it's called Let the Right One In. Let the Right One In has already been regarded among horror film fans as one of the greatest vampire films of all time. And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of vampire films out there, folks, and this one's not that old. This is a movie about a little boy who is being bullied at school, and he doesn't know what to do until a little girl moves in next door, and as it turns out, she's a vampire! I know I should have said spoiler alert, but it's really not the reveal of the film. It's actually something that you spend the whole film knowing, because it's about a friendship between 2 kids, and one of them happens to be a vampire. But don't mess with a kid who's friends with a vampire. Let the right one in. Check it out. Number 6, Troll Hunter. Troll Hunter is another film that is not from American soil. This is, in fact, a Norwegian film. It's a found footage mockumentary about a young group of filmmakers who tag along with a troll hunter who takes them into woods and forests, caves, and all these different dwellings that, as it turns out, trolls are real and trolls live there. And every time they come across a new clan of trolls, they see that, some are small, some are big, all of them are ugly. And if you're a monster fan like I am, in their own ugly way, you find them very cute. It's funny, it's adventurous, and you may think, well, that's not really a horror film, but one person's horror is another person's comedy. I think some people would find it to be kind of scary. So I'm going to say Troll Hunter. And finally, number 7, I'm going to go with a classic, a cult classic film that really I think most of you may have already seen. But hey, how long has it been since you've seen it? And who knows, maybe you are that one person who hasn't seen it yet. I would like to recommend from the 1980s, Clive Barker's masterpiece, Hellraiser. Hellraiser has got some of the most iconic bad guys slash monsters slash villains slash demons I've ever seen in the film before, and that's the Cenobites. And the Cenobites all have a very unique look to them, and they are led by Pinhead. Surely you've seen Pinhead, the guy with all the nails coming out of the face, and he's like, "We've got such sights to show you." It's such a great film. Please check out Hellraiser. If not, check it out again. It's timeless, it's aged well, it's a wonderful movie. And there you go, folks. 7 more films that are currently streaming on Netflix that I think you should definitely check out. And hey, watch with a friend. Now, before I go, I'd like to say a couple of things. First of all, thank you. Thank you for watching all the episodes of Isaac's Haunted Beard. I think you should watch them again because they're really funny and fun and awesome and informative, right? And show them to your friends, and show them to your family, and show them to your dog, and show them to your cat, and show them to your mailman. Show them to everyone you know. I show them to my grandma, and I show them to my grandpa, and they love it. In fact, my grandma called me the other day, and this is a reenactment of that phone call. Hello? I think this is your grandma. I have to tell you something very important. I think it's kind of shocking, so I think you should brace yourself. I said, "What's wrong, Grandma?" He goes, "Well, there's something going on with your grandfather, and I think it'd be best if he told you." I said, "Okay, let me talk to him." So she put my grandpa on the phone. "Hello, Grandpa?" "Hey, boy, this is your grandpa. I got something kind of shocking to tell you." I go, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" "Well, I know you got yourself a haunted beard, and you got yourself to show on the YouTubes, and you're the only person I thought to talk about with this situation because I didn't know who to turn to, so I decided to call you." I go, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" "I don't know how to break this to you, boy, but I've got myself a haunted mustache. What should I do?" "I'll be right there." So, I dropped the phone, I raced on over to my grandma and grandpa's house, and I walked through the door, and there he was, my grandpa, with his haunted mustache. And I tell you, folks, it looked like, I'm not going to tell you, to be continued on next season of Isaac's Haunted Beard. In the meantime, you can keep up with all of my shenanigans by subscribing to Isaac's Haunted Beard on YouTube, liking Isaac's Haunted Beard on Facebook, and following Isaac's Haunted Beard at Isaac's Haunted Beard on Twitter. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.